Hello, dear friends. Free will is based on independent, well-informed decision-making. Therefore, if there is no free information, there is no free will, only propaganda. Opinion piece. Heavenly host. Radionic ships. Supernatural power. Depravation of society. Working behind the scenes. When will the arrests take place? Let's start. The heavenly host is the assembly of or multitude of divine beings who serve, worship, and execute the orders of the source as an organized spiritual army. The term host implies a multitude or organization, and when combined with celestials, it refers to a large number of angelic beings organized under divine command at his service. UFOs are not something that is coming. They are already here. The UFO issue is a two-sided coin, and it is not a simple matter. One side has to do with three-dimensional UFOs, which can be easily seen with the naked eye. The other side has to do with invisible craft, which cannot be easily seen. More than 500 million radionic craft of the celestial host circle the Earth every day. However, they cannot be seen with the naked eye, but they produce very unique radionic clouds that can be seen and which are their signature. Those that can be easily seen comprise about 1,000 so-called tin pots that have been quarantined around the Earth for the past 2,000 years. Those that cannot be easily seen comprise the 500 million radionic craft that circle the Earth every day. Those that can be easily seen are mostly the so-called bad guys. Those that cannot be easily seen are the good guys. The fact is that the celestial host of more than 500 million radionic craft of light circle the Earth every day. The entire radionic fleet outside Pluto's orbit in the fifth dimension is much larger than that. The four horsemen of the apocalypse are the four great motherships of the fleet, where apocalypse in Greek means revelation, not disaster. The same heavenly host was also present in biblical times, as mentioned throughout the Bible. Revelation. Due to the cosmic changes taking place on Earth, radionic ships are here now by the millions. The ships are finally revealing their presence, not by landing on the White House lawn saying, "Take me to your leader," but by sanctioning this universal public revelation of their presence, the contents of which they are directing. The disclosure is being done to teach you how to recognize them when they are present by the cloud and condensate signatures they produce. By this method, society at large will gradually become aware of the radionic presence, one person at a time, rather than explosively. The craft orbiting the Earth are in the fourth dimension and cannot be seen with the naked eye. However, they are magnetic, hence the term radionic. The presence of the magnetic fields ionizes atmospheric water vapor in the third dimension. The ionized water vapor accumulates along the magnetic lines, producing unique reflections of the magnetic field in the cloud layers above the Earth's surface, which are their signature. Definition: Radionic clouds are special cloud formations in the sky caused by the presence or passage of invisible craft of extraterrestrial origin, called radionic craft of the heavenly host. These craft operate in a higher dimension and are visible to the human eye, but when they interact with Earth's atmosphere, they leave visible traces in the form of clouds of unusual shapes, considered their signature or sign of activity. Radionic ships are high-frequency energy structures or vehicles that operate through the principles of radionics and are used by advanced civilizations to travel, communicate, or intervene in subtle planes. They are entities of or vehicles of light belonging to spiritual or celestial beings existing in the astral plane. Due to this dimensional location, they cannot be seen directly by the human eye, although they do manifest themselves indirectly, producing radionic clouds with unique shapes and characteristics, considered the signature or evidence of their presence. Signs such as alignments, symmetries, strange luminescence, or unusual colors in the clouds are often sought, considering them evidence of the activity of these invisible ships. Dark forces. Tucker Carlson claims that supernatural forces control the government. He claims that the government is controlled by supernatural beings and forces operating behind the scenes. Their main mission is to prevent you from believing in the supernatural, because they believe in it and serve it openly. According to Carlson, these entities exist in the physical form, have infiltrated governments, media, and global institutions, and are waging all-out war against faith in God. When will the arrests occur? Clandestino asks. I see a lot of people asking when the arrests will happen. The answer is when the public is ready. The public needs to be informed before high-profile arrests happen, because low-profile ones have been happening secretly for a long time. The public needs to be alert and prepared for what will happen. Otherwise, the shock and reaction could be catastrophic and pose a threat to social stability with civil unrest, riots, chaos, etc. The public must understand why these people are being arrested. Many of them have been instilled with trust and belief, and the psychological impact will be extremely difficult for millions of people to swallow. They will deny, reject, lash out, etc. And this large-scale phenomenon could have significant consequences. The coalition has mechanisms to accurately gauge public perception and has a realistic timeline for when public arrests will be feasible. As for when that will be, I have no idea. I'm limited to what we can control, which is to disseminate information as widely as possible and do our part to change public perception. Our mission is to combat corrupt media propaganda, guide the public, and win public opinion. We were created for this moment. Depravation. Tayeta's family explains why some people are turning darker. Many are aware that the experiences unfolding on Earth are unprecedented. Changes are rapid, and technology is becoming a tool of both creativity and destruction. The assistance downloads from the Galactic Federation are clearly helping in many ways. People are seeking the truth and awakening to the reality of who they truly are. But a massive shift is also taking place with the intensity of the energy shock. Many who have walked in darkness and hatred are becoming worse. A new level of depravity is rising as wars have transformed hearts, and many people seek to gain power over others. Just as the forces of light assist with frequencies, the dark forces project their own energy in lower, precisely directed frequency bands while destroying property, promoting violence, and abducting defenseless human beings. Ceremonies and rituals have existed since the beginning of all civilizations. Man's inhumanity to man is nothing new. The light of the one sacred spirit has always prevailed, and the cycles of waking dreams have been beneficial to souls. But these times are very different, as almost everyone is aware of all that is at stake. Their lives have been controlled by propaganda narratives. Their media are nothing more than political machines repeating the same words as instructed. If you have noticed, mental illness, depression, and despair have increased. Health problems such as headaches, illness, and insomnia are common in every family. There is always a solution to every dilemma, but we are all bombarded with something new to face every day. Life is meant to be enjoyed, never just subsisted. The body-mind connection is very real and powerful. What we consume for sustenance is crucial. Pesticides, dyes, and chemicals destroy the body. Hatred, unforgiveness, and fighting will destroy the mind. The way to freedom is simple yet profound. You must learn to create your life. Yes, you can change everything by changing yourself. You won't change the world, but you can experience peace, love, and complete joy. This is achieved through stillness, calm, and a deeper understanding of the truth. Aligning with your soul will shift your perspective as you rise to a higher frequency. You are visiting Earth in the final waking dream. You are a powerful soul of light. Focus on the path that will be beautiful. Consider it as the truth and ascend as one light. Overcome the darkness with the highest frequency of your own being. Remember who you are. Never borrow worry from your own creative mind or the chaos that continually unfolds. There will never be a time when worrying news ceases to exist. Create your own moments of joy. Become peace, and this will be the lens of your perception. Don't project all the fears you can imagine into the ether. They are neither real nor true, as thoughts can be stopped and generated again once they have been entertained. Be grateful in every moment. This moment is perfect. You are that. In brief, Howard professors say the Virtual Telescope project has detected an alien spacecraft approaching Earth. This is clearly a horror movie evoking an alien invasion, since virtual means it's not real. Researchers have uncovered documents showing that a UFO the size of an aircraft carrier crashed during an atmospheric nuclear test in 1962, and that the effort to rescue it failed. In Slovakia, citizens have launched a grassroots movement to hold a referendum on leaving the European Union and NATO. In Canada, the government will no longer fund hotel accommodation for asylum seekers. Funding will end in September. Opinions. What if the universe were not just a physical system, but a conscious living field? The idea of Akasha, a cosmic field that records every thought, action, and intention, has parallels across cultures, from Christianity's Book of Life to the ether of primitive science, according to Paul Wallis. According to James Gilliland, we live in a unified field of consciousness and energy, a vibrational continuum limited only by our perception of ourselves. If you believe you are a body and a personality, that is all you will have access to. In truth, you are a multidimensional being in more expanded states of consciousness, reaching back to source. Although many messages of light are very gentle, soft, and enlightening, you should know that not all truth can be presented in this way. According to Commander Brillium, we will not sugarcoat our messages. We believe the truth is the truth, and to sugarcoat it would be to lie. As layers of deception are peeled back, a deeper understanding of the complex dynamics emerges, revealing the foundations of the matrix and exposing the extent of the manipulation that has defined human existence. In these times of remembrance and the emergence of your true divine self, you have reached the end of the human experience. The days of suffering and limitation are over for those who choose spiritual evolution through love. You are transcending the realms of chaos, for you have played all the configurations of the duality game on third-dimensional F. Now, the only way is the spiral upward into higher timelines, says Keshash. The battle on earth between love and fear is coming to an end. Love has triumphed. Love will emerge from the hearts of many more, and they will see this world as a new divinely constructed reality. We ask you to remember that you are love. You have always been love. All that you will ever be will always be love. All that is not love is not you. It is merely a temporary misaligned perception. Stay pure in your intention. Remain in your heart center and focus on what you wish to experience. Don't give your energy to things that do not benefit you on the path you have chosen. If you are reading these words, you have chosen Ascension, and your current lifetime is not only your last in the third dimension, but in truth, you have very little time left in the current reality. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.